So I'm addressing a video about the avoidant discard, but this one's more for the moderately to an extreme dismissive avoidant. Okay, this is not anything to do with the fearful avoidant. I want to clarify that. And I want to clarify some misconceptions or things you may not know about a dismissive avoidant discard. Clarify that you don't have to be in a physical relationship for an avoidant discard to actually happen. They will actually discard best friends, spouses, children, pets, okay? Anything that makes them feel like they have to do too much, they'll discard. Okay, so let's get into it. So first things first, the best friend discard. So an avoidant can actually discard a best friend. They do not have to be physically attached to them, but if that person gets too close, they will discard them. So anything that makes them feel like they have to open up or be more vulnerable or communicate beyond their capacity for feelings, okay, they will discard them. They will come on strong. They'll be like best friend material. They'll be really good listeners. They will talk to you and, bounce thoughts back and forth in the beginning. But when you start getting closer to them about their life, what they're going through, yes, they will tell you if they're married, divorced. They will tell you if they're just broke up. I mean, that's stuff that, best friends will still kind of know that kind of information. You'll get to know like who their mom is, who their siblings are, who their children are, that kind of stuff. But you will never meet them. Let me clarify. You will never meet them, but you'll know who they are. Okay? And once you start communicating with them to a point where it's like an everyday effort, every couple days, maybe once a week or something like that, and it becomes too intense, personal for them, they will slowly drift away, just like they would do in a relationship. That slow drift that they do, they will never communicate to you that it's overwhelming being in that friendship. They will never tell you that it's too much. They will never tell you anything that has to do with communicating that they are becoming overwhelmed with anything in the situation. But when you start depending on them to be a good friend, like most best friends would, okay, it's too much for them. They will discard you. They will drift away. They will stonewall you. They will stop texting. They will stop talking. They will throw themselves all into work, or at least that's what they'll tell you. And they will just ghost. And then when you try to confront them about what happened, you're not going to get a response from them. They do that with their best friends too. Now, when it comes to a spouse, and I'm talking specifically about dismissive avoidance, okay? Dismissive avoidance, when it comes to their spouse, they will tell their spouse they're too busy, they're busy at work, they're not going to be able to do nothing, they just throw themselves into their hobbies, okay? They will discard their spouse. They will. They'll just leave. They won't come back. They won't give you any explanation. When it's too much, they will just discard. Okay? And unfortunately, in a situation like this, especially if they have children, a moderately to an extreme dismissive avoidant will also not make an effort to communicate with their children. They will pay the child support. They will go to court. They will do that kind of stuff to make it look like they're being responsible. But they won't communicate with their children. If there's something going on, they're going to let the other person deal with it. They're going to let the other parent the kids, if you know what I'm saying, okay? They won't reach out to their kids, especially if they start getting teenagers and drama. Oh, no. They won't deal with that kind of stuff. And it's sad to say that because they will not do anything as far as reaching out, talking, how's your day, how you been, sweetie, dad's missed you, mom's missed you, that kind of stuff. They won't. When they discard the parent, they sometimes discard the kids too, and it's really, 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 really sad. And I've seen it. I've witnessed it. And it's heartbreaking. Because how could you not check on your children? Like, seriously. discarding the pets. Even a dismissive avoidant on the moderately to extreme side will discard the pets too. Okay, anything that reminds them or makes them feel like they have to do more than they're capable of doing, they will discard the pet too. Okay, pictures, clothing, any article that reminds them of the person that they just left the relationship with. I'm sorry, if y'all didn't get your stuff back, you're not going to get it back from a dismissive avoidant. They're just not going to give it back at all. They're not going to communicate with you about when they tossed it out. They're not going to tell you if they kept it in a box. They're not going to tell you if they shoved it in a closet. They're not going to tell you anything, because a dismissive avoidant is going to do exactly that. Dismiss everything. They do not care. If you were too much for them, they are not going to deal with you. I just want to clarify that.